Perfect.
How is it going, Bears fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beared Down Uncut, the show where we talk everything Bears every day of the week. Today, in episode number 188 of Uncut, we are going to be discussing the Bears' master plan and new layouts for their proposed new stadium in Arlington Heights. The Bears have put up mock-ups for what they plan to do in Arlington Park. We are going to be breaking it down, discussing what the new district could look like, if this move makes sense for the Bears, and when realistically things could get finished. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Wherever you may be listening right now, you guys have been killing it with the support all week. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. We are putting out 7 videos this week. 5 leading up to the Bears Week 1 matchup against the 49ers, as well as 2 extra news videos. We had a predictions video earlier this week, and now this coming to you today. So if you want the most comprehensive Bears coverage on the web, do us a favor, drop a like, subscribe, follow, share the podcast, leave a 5-star rating. We are coming with the content all throughout the regular season and the entirety of the year, and we are excited for you guys to join us on this ride. So keep supporting, and we will keep pumping it out. Welcome back to the podcast, though. I am your host, Chris Maltby, doing this on my own today. Thought it was important that I got out a video on this Arlington Park development. The Bears recently put out some mock-ups of what they want to do in Arlington Heights. They also just last night on Thursday night, while the Bills and the Rams were playing, had a town hall meeting at John Hersey High School. They will not need public funding for the new stadium. However, they will need it for the multi-district area that they plan on building around the stadium. So there is a lot to break down from this, and let's hop right into it. So basically yesterday, or a few days ago, the Bears put out their master plan for this new development that features a stadium district, a tailgating green, a performance venue. They're thinking about potentially a high school football venue as well. The Bears have been very supportive of high school football throughout the years and want to build a stadium like the Dallas Cowboys do to support big high school football games, state championships, stuff like that. A Bears Hall of Fame, a team store, a sports book, a Bears Fit, apartments, hotels, all right by the Arlington Park station on the Metro line. So there is a ton going on with this, I believe, 326-acre space that the Bears are looking to grab. They are also consulting the same people that built SoFi Stadium on their new stadium project. We'll get into that in a little bit, but let's hop into it now shortly and just talk a little bit about this. There's been a lot of controversy about this still, even until when the Bears released these mock-ups a couple of days ago, about whether or not this move makes sense for the Bears. Look, I'm going to be completely blunt and completely honest. In my opinion, this move makes 100% sense for the Bears. Is it unfortunate that they are moving out to the suburbs? Yes. Is it the end of the world? Absolutely not. This team will still be called the Chicago Bears. They will have a stadium with 85,000+ seats. Current CEO and president, CEO Ted Phillips said a couple of days ago in a press conference that he envisions this venue being somewhere that can host the Super Bowl, that can host the NCAA basketball men's Final Four, that can host more Bears fans than they've ever seen, that can create infrastructure for Cook County, the city of Arlington Heights, and much more. I think this move makes absolute sense for the Bears. If you don't want it to happen, I think you're a little bit behind on the time, but I absolutely think that this is a move that should happen. I think it is pressing, and I think the Bears need to get on it as soon as possible. One other important point from the Hersey Town Hall yesterday, Ted Phillips also said that they will look to close with final designs and everything on the Arlington Park property by the end of 2022 or January of 2023. So this is quickly progressing. The Bears obviously already have the purchase agreement in place, but need to get layouts and everything done so they can finalize the offer. The city of Arlington Heights and their park district obviously has to accept it as well, and we can get ground broken on this project. But not only does this move make sense for the Bears, from everyone that I've talked to, the couple sources I have, what I've seen on Bears Twitter, this move is being described as inevitable. It is going to happen. The Bears will relocate, and new things are coming for this football team and the city of Arlington Heights moving forward. Next big piece to move on to is the retractable roof option. Ted Phillips yesterday in the town hall said that he thinks, or that the team believes moving forward, that the roof on this new stadium and in the mock-ups will be covered. It will be a closed dome that the Bears will be playing in with a turf field on the inside. There is a lot of debate about whether or not this roof should be retractable. Ted Phillips said he didn't think that it was something that the team could profit off of. However, I would love to see the Bears install a retractable roof. I go to school just outside Indianapolis. I love going to Colts games. Half of the reason why is because in August, in September, in October, the Colts like to pull back the roof. They like to leave the big screen window they have open. And I think that's something that not only brings a little bit of a home field advantage depending on the weather, if it's warm enough outside, but it also just promotes a better environment. So it doesn't seem like this retractable roof is going to actually come to ground and actually happen. However, I think it's something that a lot of Bears fans would want. I really hope the team hasn't ruled it out thus far, because I think it is something that would most definitely be a solid addition. However, the stadium will have a closed roof. The Bears want to have this once again be a multi-district area. They want it to be a multi-use stadium that can host many different things. So having the closed roof in general, whether or not that does end up being retractable, is a good option nonetheless. Now, there's a lot of excitement online, especially on Bears Twitter, when it comes to this project. Obviously, a lot of mock-ups have been put out. A lot of thoughts by different people have been put out. And a lot of people want to know when this can realistically be done. And before I close this out, I'll talk about that a little bit. One thing that the Bears have done, the city of Chicago really wants them to stay in Chicago, obviously, has offered layouts as well to restructure Soldier Field, build a completely new layout with a town village outside of Soldier Field. However, the Bears are not budging, it seems. They do not want to. They do not want to. They do not want to stay at Soldier Field. However, they do have a lease agreement that runs through the year of 2033. It's crazy saying that in 2022, but the Bears technically do have 11 more years at Soldier Field. However, they can break that lease as early as 2026 for the cost of $84 million. The Bears have reiterated that they will play out this lease until they can buy their way out of it. Building new stadiums, the Bears obviously not only would need to build a stadium in Arlington Heights, but also parking garages, tailgating areas, hotels, casinos, bars, restaurants, everything under the sun. So realistically, assuming the Bears are signing on in early 2023, I would think this realistically can probably be done by around 2028, potentially earlier. It seems like a lot of these stadiums that NFL teams are building when they are relocating continue to go up faster and faster. But it does seem like that whatever the Bears are planning in Arlington Heights, and these mock-ups that you can find online if you look them up, they're just prototypes right now. Nothing is finalized. It's just what the Bears want to do there, and they will still be working until the end of the year on finalizing this plan. But these mock-ups look absolutely incredible. Bears fans have a lot to be excited about. And hopefully in the latter half of the 2020s, we will see a lot of progress be made, and the Bears will play their first game in Arlington Park. A little bit of a shorter podcast for you guys today. Just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about these new updates. Let me know down in the comments if you're listening in on YouTube what you think about this Bears potential move to Arlington Park, if you want it to happen, if you want a retractable roof on the stadium, etc. But thank you guys so much for tuning into episode number 188 of Uncut. If you haven't done so already, do us a favor, drop a like, subscribe, follow, leave the podcast a 5-star rating. We're going to keep coming at you guys with the most comprehensive Bears coverage on the web, and we appreciate your support greatly. If you would like to find more content from us outside of the podcast, you can head to our website, bearddown.com. The link is in the description. We're posting columns, articles, and blogs, getting you guys ready for the Bears Week 1 matchup against the 49ers. Should be a good game this weekend. If you would like to find the podcast on Instagram or Twitter, you can find it on both platforms at Beared Down. It's a great way to interact with us. You can see sneak peeks of episodes before they are posted online, and you can also see various other social media content, guests that we plan on having the show before anyone else gets to see them. So the links to our social media pages are down in the description. And finally, you can find the links to all of our personal social media pages in the description as well, for myself, as well as Parth and Jaylen, my co-hosts who are normally on the show, as well as everyone on our team. Or you can find our Instagram and Twitter pages down in the description. It's another great way to interact with us on a more personal level, and you can see our thoughts on all things Bears, the entirety of the National Football League, and all of Chicago sports year-round. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's a pleasure to be your host once again. My name is Chris Maltby. A solid game last night with the Bills and the Rams. The Rams most definitely looked rough. It wasn't the greatest LA debut for Allen Robinson. Definitely not the game you wanted to play if you're the Rams coming off of a Super Bowl title. I said it yesterday in the episode. I'll say it again. I feel like nobody is going to keep Josh Allen away from that MVP trophy, and nobody might be able to keep the Bills out of the Super Bowl after 2 successful playoff runs in a row. So should be interesting to see how the top of the league continues to pan out as we are under 48 hours away from Bears football. A lot to look forward to this weekend. College on Saturday, Bears on Sunday. Our pregame show coming tomorrow with the Windy City Productions. The content keeps on rolling, and we are going to keep bringing it to you guys as long as you want it. So Bears fans, thank you so much for tuning in once again. And as always, do us a favor and stay safe and bear down. We'll see you in the Week 1 pregame show tomorrow. That's pretty much it for us. Peace out.